guys, it's Empress Shay. I'm coming on because I want to talk to you guys. I'm introducing my grandbaby. This is very big for me and my daughter, for my family. Um, he's 7 years old, and he is an earth angel. And I hope I don't have copyright. Hope YouTube don't stop me for copyright issues, but the first song came to mind was Halo, Beyonce. I can see your halo. Okay, that's the song that came to mind. That's why I'm playing it. But he has a halo, and the reason I'm saying that because today I was on the I FaceTime my daughter every now and again, and I was FaceTiming with my daughter, and she was like, Mom, I don't know why the angels always use her. I don't mean to jump subject, but I go back to my grandbaby. But I don't know why the angels always want to show her things about me. And she always be the first to notice something. And we was on FaceTime, and she said, Mom, because I went today to get my hair. I went to the beautician today because my birthday is Saturday. So I'm thinking it's the color of my hair because I really, I did something different. And she was like, Mom, what's that on your head? It's white, Mom. She seen a halo on my head. And I didn't see the halo at first. I was like, you see a halo? And so she took a picture of it, and indeed, it was a halo that was on my, around my head, and it was beautiful though. And she gets scared. I'm not laughing, guys, because it's not funny, but she gets she goes into a different vibe when that happens. And so I was like, stop being so scared. So with my grandbaby, his name is Tyrese, and he's very gifted. We've been knowing he was gifted for some time, but I didn't know he was as gifted as he was because I wasn't living in my purpose. I used to keep him every summer, and one day, when I first started keeping him, he was a year old, and he couldn't talk, but he would always be so frustrated. Like he would talk, but you couldn't hear what he was saying. So when he became where he can talk, which he was 2 when he started really where you can hear him, I says, boy, you talking now? He says, Nana, I've always did talk. You just couldn't hear me. Everybody couldn't hear me. And he would tell us stories about things we had said that you would be like, how did you know that? How did you remember that? Because really, technically, you're not supposed to remember anything beyond 5, okay? So in saying that, I wasn't living in my purpose, so I wasn't thinking spirituality at that time. So since I've been living in my purpose, he has really leveled up, and he's really been leveling up. And it's time to introduce him to the world. And I told my daughter this because he has to give a message. God has chosen him for a reason. Yes, he's carrying my legacy. He's carrying my father's legacy, which it comes from my father and down to me. And now my grandbaby, he has the gift. Okay, and he has the exact gift that I have, and probably even more intense than me. I don't think he knows how to channel energies just as of yet, but he is picking up on, I'm going to say deceased people for you guys, but people from the other realms, from the graveyard sites. He has to pass by this graveyard on the way to school. And a couple of days ago, he told my daughter, he was like, Mama, her cable had went out, and he was like, you guys are worried about the cable when I got polio, when I'm down of polio, and I had a plane crash. But what he was doing, he was describing, he don't know how to, well, I think he do, but I think he knows he scares her. But he was telling her what was going on with how the deceased person passed, and only a person that's an earth angel, that's an illuminate one, would know that. Because I remember this summer when I went to the graveyard, and he described exactly what I had went through. And I told my daughter, I says, it's time to introduce him to the world because he's a chosen one from the Holy Spirit. And he was like, And my daughter said, well, Tyrese, how does it sound? He says, when I pass by the graveyard, Mom, it sounds like we're in a cafeteria, in a school cafeteria where everyone is speaking to him. And I just started crying. I started praying. I started thanking God. And I told my daughter, I have to now start working with him because he's, when you go on a graveyard site and you're an illuminate one, you have to put a hat or something on or wear a veil because you're going to pick up on everybody. They're going to know who you are. And that's what they're doing to him. They're just telling him how he passed and how he passed and things of that nature. Even one day a man walked him home and he told my daughter, Mom, you don't see him? He helped me cross the street. No one was there. So, he's angels are really with him. My son, it started out with my 19-year-old son that stays with him, and he would tell Tyrese things that only no way Tyrese could have known the things because when he passed at 19, Tyrese was, I think he was not quite a year old. Okay, so I just wanted to come on to introduce him. I'm gonna probably introduce him Saturday, and it's gonna be story time. He's gonna tell stories, but his stories that he's gonna tell is gonna be from another realm. Okay, he's very intelligent. He's gonna tell you guys, his stories, and he's gonna speak, and it is. I don't think it's gonna sound random because he told me that he was 30 years old in the other realm. He says he's 30, but he's only 7 years old here on earth. And my daughter just spoke to him. My daughter asked him, Tyrese, I seen a halo. I seen a halo on Nana. You know what a halo is? He says, duh. All angels, all angels have halos. And my daughter was like, Mom, just forget it. Just take them to the channel. I said, yeah, it's time because, when you're an illuminate one, you care about what people think. And I told her, you can't care about what people think. She said, well, Mom, they're going to think he's crazy. The Holy Spirit's going to protect him. No one is going to take your child or think he's crazy because we're protected by the Holy Spirit. But that is a miracle, a blessing of God for this child to be that way and have those gifts. And I'm going to welcome him to the world, something my parents should have done for me. Okay? And when I tell you this baby will have you in tears, he's so gifted. It's not a grandmother saying, oh, I just want him. No, I would never play with my spirituality and I would never play with the Holy Spirit. This child really is Holy Spirit filled. He died at birth, so he had his rebirth at birth because all of us, that's angels, that's earth angels, you have to die and have a rebirth and you're immortal. So he already been through that. He is immortal. So guys, I wanted to come on and share that with you. I love you guys. If you still would like readings, I'm still doing 3 for $30. Cash at me at $Empress Shay Shay. Light and love.